jump, get out the street. High speed chase might crash, gotta hop out on feet. Smash, gotta keep going.
All right, man, so who are you?
Man, my name is Kwabena Ofori-Ansah. Everybody know me as Bo, but you know, I'm from West Africa, by the way, Washington, D.C., born and raised. By the way of Hyattsville, Maryland, you know what I'm saying, Lewisdale, shout out.
All right. What is your role in this movie?
My role, my name is Garvey. I'm basically the bodyguard for the mayor of the town, you know. You get it.
Okay. So you play a special role during this movie, right? You play a very special role. You have a very interesting backstory. What do you love the most about the part that you play in this movie?
What I love the most about it is playing like the villain a little bit, playing the good guy while being the bad guy at the same time. It's kind of like me for real, in real life. So it's like, you know, I got a nice smile, I'm happy, I'm chilling, but I can same time I could be that bad guy if I have to, get the dirty work done. You know what I'm saying?
100%. So how did your acting career begin? You know, what got you started, and is there any other projects that you've been a part of before this?
Oh, for sure. Acting career actually started, I want to say, probably when I was a kid at church, you know, playing the little church plays and stuff. But then when I went to Howard University, by the way, shout out to HU, you know. But I started there, I did an acting class, but I couldn't finish acting class because I was going to the Go-Go every Thursday night. Acting class was at 8 a.m. I couldn't make it. I was at G's nightclub, shout out to Reaction. But I started acting there. I did a film with Jerome Hyde, a big director that went to Howard also, Jerome Hyde, rest in peace, Jerome Hyde. We did a film with 93.9, Radio 1 DC, PG Department of Health, Living Classrooms, Safe Neighborhoods. It was a joint project. I also played a leader in that. That role just led me into this role because, you know, I let the director dream me, you know, let him see my reel from what I did with The Heights. It's called The Heights. But that film really was like my biggest film because I had a lot of roles and I never had that many roles. And I never been in anything that was that serious, so that kind of opened the door for me to get into this role.
So how did you become involved in this project, and when did you decide that you would accept to be a part of it?
So originally, J.Addo, my younger cousin, he's an artist, and he called me. He knows that I did that film with Radio 1 DC 93.9. So he was like, man, you need to come be in this film, be an extra. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna come be an extra. I started out as an extra. So I'm looking around like, this thing look like it's about to be vicious, it's about to pop off. So I'm like, all right, let me get in this jump. I hollered at the director on the side like, look, bruh, I did this film with 93.9, look at this. Boom, he was like, okay, I'm with it. Like, I'm gonna check it out. And then I guess he liked what he see and started putting me in more roles. And I got a speaking role here, there, left and right. And then I was really dedicated to, you know, being on, not on time, but on the scene. But I was always there, you know, whether it was my day or not, I was always showing up, like trying to really feel the film, because I like the film. I like the storyline. It makes sense. I like how it has to do with Africa and America and the government and all of that. So, you know, that just made me want to be in this jump for real. So I was just like, I gotta do this.
Nice.
So I'm doing it.
Nice. What was your approach to embodying the essence of your character? Did you have a specific method, or was it just all off the dome?
So normally I just read the lines. I see how the character is, like how they think and how they move, and then I also get the director's perspectives. But with this, it was, like I said, it was easy to adapt to that character or that character's mindset, how he thinking, because I kind of think like that character too. And at the same time, the last film I just did kind of played that character at a younger time in life when I really look at it. But you know, it wasn't nothing I really had to do. I just had to read the lines and really just feel how Garvey would feel in each and every moment, or how I would feel, or something I relate to in this kind of situation, something I can relate to is how I really get my acting skills out. Something I've seen, related to, experience, or people I know that experienced that or something like that. So I embodied it pretty well in my eyes because it was just me being me. Just turn the lights on. Lights, camera, action, baby.
100%, man. How was it working with Dreamy throughout filming this process, right? Is there anything that stood out about his directing style or method?
I felt like I was working with Spike Lee, or felt like I was working with a big director. I didn't even know it was his first film, but man, I felt like I was, like my last director, Jerome Hyde, I felt like maybe Jerome Hyde embodied him. I don't know. So they had that same kind of eye for the camera and getting things right, being perfectionist in certain aspects, and it was like it was a good experience because he helped me become a better actor too, not like telling me everything that I needed to know about each scene or character. It kind of flowed in with as we're doing it on set, so that helped me do a lot of improv and putting my own flavor into things too. So it's good working with Drake. He's a great director. 100%.
What was your favorite day of filming? Were there any scenes that you shared with other actors that you enjoyed the most? Did anybody pull anything special about you?
I want to say probably my favorite scene, probably the jungle scene when we was in the jungle. That was a real confusing day. We started in Virginia, Great Falls. We ended up in Savage, Maryland, and I picked that park. And that park, a lot of people don't know about it, but a lot of people shoot music videos there on the low. But that park got a beach, got water, so when I had to get dirty, rolling on the ground, I felt like I was like in the military, in the army and all that. So it was real fun, the shootout scenes. That really felt like I was in Hollywood somewhere shooting, or in Sierra Leone shooting somewhere. So that was probably my favorite scene for real.
100%. What is something that you'll always carry with you now that the filming is over?
Something I always carry with me, that I know that I could keep going and keep doing this acting thing. Like, even though I did The Heights like 6-7 years ago, I'm gonna say I did some movie films where I was an extra in a movie called Wake on BT Plus. That was my first actual acting check, so that was another stepping stone, being an extra and getting my first acting check. And then I just know that I could keep going with this. This was just lets me know that I know how to do lines, I know how to act. People keep saying I'm doing good, so obviously I'm doing something right.
For sure. How do you feel about your character, and how does it relate to you or the community you grew up in?
So the character kind of relates to me in real life because the character I'm playing the bodyguard for is my little cousin. So in real life, growing up, I felt like I was his bodyguard in certain times of life. So while I'm playing his bodyguard in a film, it's also me naturally playing his bodyguard because he's an artist. He's always gonna have his shows. I'm always out there playing bodyguard in real life anyway. So, at the same time, I don't deal with the law, but I deal with like important people in high places. I deal with people from all walks of life, people in the streets, people in gangs, whatever. So I deal with doctors, lawyers. So I'm a person that can, talk to people from all walks of life. So me playing that character, having to deal with the mayor, having to deal with politicians, and at the same time dealing with gangsters, cartel, so it's something that, like I said, my real life kind of be like. So this movie is, I don't know, I'm not Garvey, but I'm something like it.
When did you realize that you were a part of something special?
I guess when I was on the set, on the first set, when we did it, when I was an extra, just standing there, being an extra, just being me. I'm looking around like, damn, these about to be lit. This movie about to be vicious, and I'm gonna just be like, that was me, the extra, yup. But then, I've seen a lot of artists in that joint, DJs in that joint. I'm like, damn, I gotta get in this joint some way, somehow. So I just knew it was something special when my cousin called me, like, look, I need you to come be an extra. I just knew it was special off the jump.
Mm-hmm. Between the movie and the experience, what are you expecting to see at the premiere?
What I'm expecting to see at the premiere is a bunch of people in the DMV that never knew the DMV could make an action movie, because I ain't seen one yet. And there ain't been no ninja African movies from here to America. So it's gonna be something eye-opening for everybody, like something new. Like this joint should be on every platform. So I expect people to just come with excitement, see something new, see the culture, and just love the DMV in a new aspect, and like see what we can do with part 2. Hopefully this joint gets picked up by Netflix, Hollywood, whoever, like, or we can collaborate with more DMV creative people, and you know, make this movie, make more movies. Let's
100%.
keep going.
100%.
You know
And what do you want people to learn from your character, Garvey?
I want people to learn from Garvey that, you know, not everybody is always who they seem they are, or not every man in a suit is just a man in a suit working for somebody next to them. That man next to him in that suit might be more important and more relevant, actually, than the person that's the face of the scene. So just, you never know who's who.
Nice, man. Thank you so much, man. Can't wait to see your part in the movie.
Yeah, man. Appreciate y'all, man. And my name is Bo Knows, but a wise man knows he knows nothing.
All right. Oh, and where can they find you? Put your social
You
media
can
out
find me
there.
on Instagram at Bo Knows with a Z, Bo Knows, GH. The GH stands for Ghana, because I'm from Ghana, so Bo Knows, GH.
Man, love, brother.
Yes, sir.
All right, perfect.